WSPL, what's up? It's your boy, Commissioner Chuck Colorado, head coach of the Wash-ington Ro-tomskins, sitting at a 6-1 record, looking to go 7-1, looking to close out the season strong, looking to remain perfect in hopes of Kyle losing so I can grab that Earth badge from him. But that is just a pipe dream, but we'll see. It could happen. Got to take care of my business first. So we're gonna make this somewhat of a quicker video. I'm strapped on time. You know the drill. It's the Washington Ro-tomskins versus the Milwaukee Mawiles, who are sitting at a 3-4 record right now, currently, and trying to get in that last fourth and final playoff spot. So they're trying to make a late season push. Um, this is our second meeting of the WSPL GBA schedule. Our first meeting ended up coming out on top. But Tan has a new team now. He does not have a trick room team. He has a very bulky, very powerful team. So we're going to hop right into the team preview. So here we are. In team preview, I predicted him bringing Whimsicott because Moonblast could potentially mess up my team if I didn't bring in the right people. I did predict, and I predicted right. He does have a Whimsicott. It's an offensive life orb Whimsicott. He's got his Mega Mawile over here. Conkeldurr, who is always a problem. Some new faces. Looks like a defensive Vaporeon and Eviolite Chansey. And Cresselia, who I did not see the first time around, although he was on the Milwaukee Mawiles. As for me, I have an offensive Bisharp with Sub. I have standard Fortress, Rock Spinner, etc. Mostly there just to spin to support Mega Charizard X, who has not died on the season yet. Looking to grab that MVP spot. Especially defensive Togekiss, who I've been loving to run. I have a Call Mining Latias, who doesn't see the light of day today. And then I have a Rotom. So before the match, I had an offensive Rotom set up, but I wasn't bringing Quagsire. As you notice, Quagsire did not make the cut this week. And it's not because he hasn't been doing his job, which has been walling and toxicking people, because he has. But I just wanted to leave him on the bench in fear of that Whimsicott and other special attackers and things of that nature. But I realized that I didn't have anything for the Mega Mawile in case it had Fire Fang. And I didn't have anything for the Conkeldurr in case it had Fire Punch, because Fortress was my only very physically bulky Pokemon on my team. So I didn't have anything to counter any physical fire moves because I wasn't bringing Quagsire. So I made a late game switch before we played, and I made this a bold, physically defensive Rotom with a little bit of special attack investment, not much though. So let's hop right into it. He's going to lead with Chansey, and that is absolutely perfect because I'm going to lead with Bisharp. I can get a lot of offensive momentum here and go for a substitute right away because I don't think he can really hit me with anything. So I'm going to go for a substitute, then I can proceed to go for a knockoff and get rid of the leftovers on this Vaporeon. And that will almost do half and cripple it because it will not have any leftovers. So he's going to Scald. I don't want to stay in for another Scald. I don't want Bisharp getting burned because I need Bisharp for certain Pokemon on his team. I'm going to go into Rotom Wash as he's going to switch out into Conkeldurr. I don't want this matchup yet. I don't want a Willow fearing Guts boost. So I'm just going to Trick because, to take away some damage that Conkeldurr might do, and it ended up tricking the Eviolite. I wanted to knock the Eviolite off, but I ended up tricking it, so I still got the Eviolite away from that Chansey, which is absolutely key. I'm going to Volt Switch out, predicting Stealth Rocks. He is going to Toxic me instead. He's not. I don't think he's carrying Thunder Wave. He might just be carrying Toxic. But I'm going to Mega up at this point and go for a Dragon Claw. I don't want to Flare Blitz because that Vaporeon is still around. So I'm not going to Flare Blitz yet. I will save Flare Blitzing for later. I'm going to switch out because I think I'll lose that Stall War. He does have Moonlight and such. He's just going to go for the Ice Beam for damage, trying to Toxic stall me. I'm going to go out on the specially defensive Togekiss, who takes that really well. And I do have Heal Bell on this Togekiss, so I am going to Toxic a wall. So I'm crippling his walls. He does have a very defensive team. So I've knocked off leftovers on that Vaporeon, and I have Toxic the Cresselia. So I'm going to Heal Bell here. I reveal him the Heal Bell, so I'm not worried about Toxic or Paralyzation on this Togekiss. And I do carry Roost, so I can sit in here all day. I'm just going to Air Slash for damage because I was at good health, and he ends up bringing in the Conkeldurr, which is amazing. This was the thing I was most scared of on his team, was the Conkeldurr. So I Air Slash that, and he's just going to Mach Punch me. I'm not sure what he expected there. and he has Life Orb, and another Air Slash is going to kill him. So that's absolutely amazing that the Conkeldurr is gone. I can bring in Fortress on more things now, and maybe even dispose of him because I really don't need him at this point. So I'm going to Toxic here. He Toxics me back. Oh, I thought it was a questionable play because I showed him that I have the Heal Bell, so I'm not worried about Togekiss being... I'm not worried about anybody being Toxic because the Heal Bell is real. So he's going to Scald me and get the burn. So Togekiss has been paralyzed, Toxic, and burned this entire match, and I'm going to Heal Bell, I think, almost all of them off. And maybe the burn stays around with me for a while, but I'm going to Roost here. Just get back up to full health. He's not really doing anything. He is not switching in the Mega Mawile on the protected area. I don't have anything for the Mega Mawile with Togekiss if you were to switch it in. Although I do have some counters for it, being a physically defensive Rotom with Will-O-Wisp. And he's going to bring in Chansey here. I'm going to protect the Stealth Rocks this time and go straight out into Mega Charizard X. But he goes Aromatherapies. Get rid of that Toxic on his Cresselia. He's going to go back into it here. And since the Vaporeon is gone, I am free to Flare Blitz everything. I will Flare Blitz until the day is done. And that does a lot more damage, a lot more than the Dragon Claw. And I'm just going to finish off Cresselia with the Dragon Claw. I was okay with Whimsicott coming in because I still have Togekiss. Here comes Whimsicott. And I'm going to go back out into Special Defensive Togekiss. Neutral to a Moonblast. I resist any grass move he wants to throw at me, so that is fine. I still got the burn on me. But I'm going to, I'm pretty sure I Heal Bell right here as he's going to U-turn out. And this is looking really good for me. I got a lot of momentum. Togekiss is stalling pretty much everything. And now, as you'll see, with the Conkeldurr gone, I am free to go bring this thing in who does have physical defensive investment. And I can take an Iron Head, and it can even take 1 or 2 play roughs, maybe 1. And I can go for a burn now because I'm not worried about the Conkeldurr switching in and getting a Guts boost. I'm not even sure if I had Guts, but... So I am free to Willow right there. And I'm just going to stay in here and do as much damage as I can to this thing. And there's the second play rough. So I did take 2, plus an Iron Head. So physically defensive Rotom is doing his job. He does go down, though, which is okay. I was okay with sacking it there. And bringing in Mega Charizard X. And now, even with the Cresselia gone and a burned Mega Mawile, I am free to still Flare Blitz. The Whimsicott is not going to come in on it. The Chansey doesn't have his Eviolite, so he's not going to come in on it. But I'm going to go out here. Pretty sure I think... I don't know. I don't know if I would have outsped, depending on... I'm not invested in speed. I'm not invested in speed. I'm bulky. That's why I switched out. I'm not invested in speed, so... kind of counteracted Tan's thicker team by putting a lot more HP on most of my guys, and that came in handy. So Togekiss is taking these hits. I'm just going to keep Roostalling here because he is just killing himself with Life Orb. So if Chansey wants to come in, I mean, that's fine. I have multiple things I could go into. I could go into Bisharp and get behind a sub, and then Iron Head, anything. So kind of wrapping up the game here. He's going to knock me down 52%. My attack's a little low, but I think I'm just going to Air Slash here. So Togekiss ended up getting 3 kills this match, especially defensive Togekiss, and Charizard were the only people on my team that have got kills. So 3 kills for each of them, which is really cool. So Togekiss bringing his plus-minus on the year to a positive plus-minus, and Mega Charizard X notching 3 kills in hopes of becoming the MVP of the league. So here comes Mega Charizard X just to finish the job. I'm just going to go for Dragon Claw. Chansey lives, and he knocks me down to 3% with a Seismic Toss. Mega Charizard X has not died yet. He has not died yet, and he has been a late-game sweeper. So that is the match. Fortress and Latias did not even get in. You saw Bishop for a while, but I was able to wall a lot of things with special defensive Togekiss, physically defensive Rotom, who if you put in the investment can take a couple play roughs and fire off a Willow. So that's what he did. So yeah, that was a great game. Mark was worried about your team, but once the Conkeldurr went down, it was a confidence boost, and I felt very relieved. So good luck to you in the final couple weeks And I hope to have more battles against you soon, even when the GBA is over. So that is it from your commissioner. I will see you guys next week. Later.